Hokie dokie. Second example for this problem. I will try to work it out much faster. If you want more of a breakdown, please visit the first example I've worked out. All right. Jumping into number 1, they say the max rate in day 6 was higher than the max rate in day 5. All right, so this will solely come from this graph here because the interval from 4 to 5 represents day 5. The interval from 5 to 6 represents the entire duration of day 6. And so they say the max rate in day 6. So day 6, the max rate is somewhere around here. So probably this dot here specifically. And then the max rate in day 5 is this dot up here. So they say the max rate in day 6 is higher than the one in day 5. That is false because it's definitely lower than this one on day 5. So 1 is a false statement. Number 2, the photosynthesis rate at 2 p.m. on day 11 was higher than the max rate on day 6. Okay, so 2 p.m. on day 11. Once they start mentioning specific times on a certain day, that's usually a good hint to check out this graph here, this first one in pink, because day 11, keep in mind, goes from the time 10 to 11. So at time 10 to time 11, this is the duration of day 11. So to find 2 p.m., we want to first think about how many hours since midnight is 2 p.m. How many hours into the day is 2 p.m. So 12 hours would get us from midnight to noon, and then 2 more hours to 2 p.m. So we have 12 plus 2, or 14 hours into the day out of the total 24 hours. Using a calculator, 14 divided by 24 is about 0.58. So 0.58 is the decimal into day 11. So in other words, in between 10 and 11, at 10.58 should represent 2 p.m. So on this graph here, we're looking for 10.58, which we do see, so that is a good sign. Specifically, this represents the rate at 2 p.m. on day 11. They say this rate was higher than the max rate on day 6. All right, so going back to this graph, that max rate at day 6 was up here. So let's compare these values here. It looks like 2 p.m. value had, a rate of about 4, maybe 3. My line was a little sloppy there. I'd say it's closer to 4. And then on day 6, the max rate was, at least 12. And they say that the 2 p.m. rate, the 4, was higher than the max rate on day 6, the 12, and that is not right. 4 is not higher than 12, so this is also a false statement. Let's check out number 3. The yearly average increased between years 5 and 6. No tricks here. Anytime they say yearly average, we're looking just at the yearly average graph, and they say it increased between 5 and 6. By no tricks, I mean for 5 and 6, we are literally looking at 5 and 6. And it looks like between 5 and 6, this rate decreased because it went down from left to right, so it did not increase. It looks like all of these statements are false and none are correct, which means A is our answer.